We got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
A report here. Don't know if you've seen this. The Jaguars have a legit number 2 receiver.
Oh.
Gabe Davis
there
agrees
it
to a
is.
3-year deal. So the time of saying that Josh Allen needs more than Gabe Davis, you wanted to say that anymore. Well, maybe you will. But Gabe Davis, the wide receiver, now with the Jaguars, a 3-year deal.
Yeah, it's
reportedly.
That's listen, I want to hear the numbers. I'm really interested to know the numbers as far as Jacksonville and what they're willing to spend on a Gabe Davis. I'm sure they're respectable. Certainly, don't get me wrong there, right? But this is one where I am interested to see where the market values this type of guy that, I feel like we kind of have this conversation a lot the last few years. And I feel like people kind of realized it finally towards the end of last year because they were like, wait, he had a game a few weeks ago and he's had 0, 0, 0, and 0 like for the last 3 weeks.
It either goes for 130
or it goes
0.
like nothing, right? So I am interested to see kind of how the Jags valued him and maybe how the league valued him in general. I think the thing that's cool there, right? And Pete, you got to keep me up to date here. Jaguars free agents at receiver.
So I'm looking at it right now.
Calvin Ridley.
I don't know.
He's good for 2 years, right? Is it one more year?
Calvin Ridley, no. Calvin Ridley, free agent.
He is a free agent.
He is a free agent,
okay.
but like Zay Jones, they still have. But Christian
they still
Kirk.
got Christian Kirk, of course, right? Right. So hey, the one thing I'll say with Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, not the bigger physical type of maybe receivers that a lot of teams have. The one thing I like about Gabe Davis, and especially with a guy like Trevor Lawrence who could fit the ball into tight windows over the middle of the field and all that, is Gabe's got that ability to be fearless over the middle and be tough and be that guy that, I'm covered, but you threw me a good back shoulder and now I'm not, it doesn't matter. I can just get my hands and be physical and box the guy out. They don't have that, right? And obviously, I'm going to be interested. Are they going to throw some money here at Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, so Calvin Ridley, Pete notes here, if the Jags do re-sign him, the 3rd-round pick they traded to the Falcons becomes a 2nd-round pick.
Wow.
So bumps up 1 round there. But
so re-signing him not only contains, and I didn't know that little aspect, not only having to pay him a chunk of money, but then having to ship away a 2nd-round pick in a year where it seems like it's a pretty deep draft class at wide receiver.
Oh, you can definitely get a good wide receiver.
That's where
Not
I don't
Calvin
know.
Ridley necessarily.
No, I know. But did Calvin Ridley do enough, I think is the fair question, to blow us away last year to where you just go, wait, I'm definitely willing to throw big-time number 1 receiver type money out at him? I don't think so. I mean, you're shaking your head no, right?
You kept waiting for the big game or the string of games together, and it did not come.
No.
For really anyone in that passing attack, it was kind of underwhelming.
Well, it's what we talked about, the deep shots down the field. Remember, I was always going, I wish they could find some ways to push the ball down the field. Now, their inability to run the football was part of that problem to go along with it. But, yeah, so they're taking this route. And I think with this route, and I am interested to see the number, I would think this maybe cancels out Calvin Ridley as being an option for them, and they move on and then try to go to other areas maybe to round out the receiver room in the draft or wherever else. Yo, homies, what's up? I know it's the offseason, but it's never the offseason on Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Me and Ahmed Fareed are going to be here for it all. We got free agency. We're going to break it all down. The draft, the rankings of positions. Of course, we're going to unpack it all. Hit subscribe, get to my free agency reactions, 2024 draft rankings, and more. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.